just now, if you look out the window, we can see the Mekong Valley. The mountains behind are the border with Syria. You know, when there's a crisis like the Syrian refugee crisis, you're just like, it's so big, how does anyone even begin to tackle it? And actually, I'm hearing about these programs that are great and are working. Hello, so it's our first day in Jordan and we are off to see 3 different community projects. So this is all about kind of working with the host communities to bring Syrians and Jordanians together. It's about kind of resolving conflict and social cohesion. I think we're going to be seeing football. You think, why are we building football pitches? But this has now become like a hub for the community. You've got the school, 430 kids from the school use it, 7 or 8 teams just from the community, adults as well. Apparently people even come and have picnics because there's nowhere with nice grass to come and sit. So really how one thing can really bring a community together, give it a hub, give it a focus. We're going to be seeing a women's gym. So this is the Edwin Gym. It's the first women-only gym in an area of 50,000 people. It's big, it's spacious. I would want to come here. It's got lovely machines.
Focus on engineering department.
And a knowledge club. So this is one of the centres where they're running like the No Lost Generation project, and that's about sort of making sure that children who've been affected by these situations are still getting education and access to sort of all the skills they need. We've been given this lovely balloon by one of the boys. A lot of the workshops will include skills about who am I and kind of working out, you know, how to feel positive again. So one of the things they had to do was write down 5 positive things on a piece of paper, 5 negative things on a balloon they're going to throw away. And it's just such incredibly important work. I mean, Victoria said it on our first day, like, these are the people that are going to have to rebuild the country. And if they're not getting the education and support they need, they're not going to have those tools. I think another thing that's really struck me from today is the importance of the creative arts. We saw some of the drawings that some of the children had done. We were saying, you know, have you noticed a change in their behaviour? And they said, well, at first they were all drawing faces that looked quite sad. And after a couple of months, the faces they were drawing were all really happy. And it's just something as simple as that. I mean, one of the ladies today was talking about her son. He's only 8. He had, you know, experienced bombings. He's experienced leaving his whole home. And she said he'd become very withdrawn and very isolated. He didn't want to go and to meet new people, or he didn't want to play with other kids. And she sort of made him go to the knowledge centre and get involved. And after a couple of days, he loved the drama group, and he was, you know, waking up early in the morning so excited to go, and he was really coming out of his shell. And just like one simple example like that. Morning, it's our second day in Jordan and we are driving to the Zaatari refugee camp. This is like the biggest camp in the country. It's got 20,000 people apparently. Well, it actually has 80,000 people. So I mean, that's the size of a small town, and yet it's a camp of, you know, temporary structures. Okay, so we're in Zaatari camp, but it doesn't really feel like it because this is one of the merciful spaces. It's called Dreamland. This is a space for 6 to 12-year-old children to come. They just opened this brand new project. You can see here this little gardening centre, and it's a new project to help kids learn about where food comes from. Most of the kids here will never have seen a garden, which is crazy. So it's really like you have these areas where you plant food and stuff. That's really, really cool. And there's such a fun, like, so they're all decorating the fence with their handprints. Like, I'm going to do mine in a minute. And there's going to be a full ceremony. It's really lovely.
And is this what you expected of a refugee camp?
No, not at all. Like, having colourful spaces like this. The rest of it you're familiar with from seeing on the news, so the sort of ramshack and shantytown type esque houses. But actually having places where you can see kids being kids is kind of amazing. And then we went to one of the actual camp schools, and the most amazing kind of art classroom for the extracurricular activities. And I got quite overwhelmed in that room. I just wanted to show everyone this room. I don't know why, but like walking in here, it really affected me more than anywhere else. I think just being reminded what it is to be a kid, and looking at all the amazing things they've created, and how colourful it is in here, and how not colourful it is everywhere else. it just really hit home that it's pretty shit growing up here. And thank God there are places like this where you do have some colour in your life. So I just wanted to share that with you. That room reminded me that this is what every kid should have. And it just made me realise how important the stuff that Mercy Corps does, because if they weren't doing it, I don't know who would be. I think sometimes when you hear about all these terrible situations, it's easy to just be, you kind of just be like, oh my God, it's so terrible, how could you ever fix it? And actually, Mercy Corps' approach of slow and steady, integrate, sustainable development, it does make a difference, and they help everyone that they reach. So I'm so pleased that I did the quad and got involved, and it's an experience I'll never forget.